Shout out to Florence Pugh, man. Even dirty, boy, I would still drink her bathwater. I bet in a million years, you never expected this to come out of my mouth. And we can build this thing together, stand the storm forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now. And if this world... Alright, y'all know the rest. That's my song. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my jam. Yo, I'm in the theater. Yo, that came on in the end credits. And yo, I was sitting there. Yo, there was an old couple sitting next to me. I know they heard my ass. It was like, what is this big black ass doing singing that song? Because that's my song, motherfucker. I sing it if I want. The Thunderbolts with the asterisk just dropped today. Well, last night. And many of you have seen it. Many of you dropped a review on it. But here's my 2 cents. And most likely this might get dropped in the YouTube algorithm. Ask me if I give a shit. I still want to get it on wax. I don't want to be that person that, you know, that says, well, you know, Marvel's back. Everybody, I'll be hearing people say, oh man, Marvel's back, Marvel's back. I don't want to say they're back just yet. But they're on the right path. They are on the right track with this movie right here. Now, Captain America Brave New World, I thought that was aight. You know, I thought that was going to be terrible. And some people did shit on it. But that movie was not terrible to me. I did like it. All right. This movie here, The Thunderbolts, I'm gonna put it a notch above. I really like this one. All right, I'm not gonna say I'm in love with it, but I really liked it. I'm like, okay, it still sticks with the MCU tropes as far as the comedy and shit and everything. But other than that, I thought the story was pretty good, man. Yo, I think Florence Pugh, who I already have a crush on, so I have a biasness with her already, man. But I thought she really killed it as the lead here. She's already a dope actress, man, and she really puts a lot into this role, and she sells it, and because of her performance, everybody else is just better with her, you know what I mean? And then Wyatt Russell as a U.S. agent, yo, I kept thinking about his pops, right? Jack Burton from Big Trouble in Little China. Not as loud as that character is, but there were some Jack Burtonisms in this movie, and I said, boy, you acting like your daddy. You acting like your goddamn daddy right now, boy, stop it. But yeah, I think everybody did well in this movie, man. Everybody, like, they worked together, they gelled together, and everybody played their part. You know, what's your boy, I keep forgetting his name, man. Your boy that played Red Guardian. A lot of people didn't like him in the Black Widow movie, but he was fine right here. He's a white Russian version of me. Shit, if I was a white Russian, I'd be acting just like him. You know, say dad bod and all, man. Yo, I am the Red Guardian. Okay, so the whole thing with the Marvel's Expendables, that's pretty much what this is, the Expendables, but Marvel. So rejected characters or characters that you don't really too much care about come together and form this team. So unless you really seen the MCU shows and stuff, you're probably not gonna, I don't know if you're not gonna really follow this, but then even if you didn't follow that stuff, this movie was really good. I don't think you'll care, but I think if you did follow the shows, it'll make the movie that much more better for you. So this team gets together in an unlikely circumstance where the Julia Louis-Dreyfus character is doing something. Okay, I'm trying to keep this as spoiler-free as possible. She's doing something, and they meet up by accident, and then they fight each other. Then they realize, oh shit. So that's what this is about. Okay, now we gotta work together and stop this. And this is also in the trailer is the Sentry. Okay, now just a little backstory here. I first found out about the Sentry about 3 years ago when I finally read World War Hulk. So I read Planet Hulk first. I read World War Hulk. And let me tell you something. Sentry is so powerful in that book, where him and the version of World War Hulk, which took out damn near the whole Marvel Universe, fought to a standstill. Like, they fought to where both of them exhausted each other out, where Hulk reverted back to Banner and Sentry reverted back to Bob. That's how much these motherfuckers was going at it. So they're equal, you know what I'm saying? And the Sentry here, I don't know, I'm not a big Sentry purist or whatever, but from what I read in not Planet Hulk, from what I read in World War Hulk, I'm like, damn, this is kind of accurate, like down to the suit and all. And it did kind of look corny for a second, but thinking about how he looked in the comic, I said, yeah, that's accurate. And I tell you what, his introduction scene, I don't know if anybody else felt this way, but his introduction scene, it put me in the mind of Superman 4. You know what I'm saying? When Nuclear Man first came on the scene and Lex Luthor was like, you know, showing that he controlled him, but then Nuclear Man was like, no, I am the father now. You know, that whole scene, I felt like that was kind of reminiscent of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a few references I caught here. So I did catch a Superman 4 Nuclear Man reference, right? And then there was a Terminator 2 reference where your boy Bucky had a kick-ass scene on a motorcycle, and he got the shotgun. He did the fucking T-800 flip with the shotgun. I said, T2. This goes to show how much of a nerd I am and an old head. And then even a RoboCop reference. I'm like, yo, ain't that RoboCop's gun? I said, oh, snap. I said, okay. Overall, this was a dope-ass team-up movie. Like I said, they had good chemistry. There was some good action sequences here. The story actually worked. And also, like with these Marvel movies, there's also always a theme. And the theme of this movie is about dealing with past trauma and moving on, and also acceptance. How we all want to be accepted. We all want to be a part of something. A lot of us feel like we're alone in this world. A lot of us feel like we're inferior to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? This is all about, no, man, you're not alone. You are not alone. You have people that are fuck-ups like you. You know, you have people that's been through shit like you, man. You are not alone. And that's the theme of this movie as well. And I dug that, which brings me now to a negative that I had here, right? And my biggest negative was that this movie is action-packed as it was. Like, this really felt like a summer blockbuster film, right? And with most summer blockbuster films, especially an MCU movie, when it gets to the climax, Marvel is known to have this big-ass action scene with a throwback kick-ass song in the background. All right, a la Guardians of the Galaxy 3 or basically any, Marvel movie you've ever seen. That doesn't happen here. I was shocked. It went in a different direction than I thought it was going to go. So it worked to its advantage, but then to its detriment as well, because, I like to be surprised. I like when, you can give me something different, right? So, yeah, I'm one of those, like, here we go, another, MCU action sequence where everything that put the kitchen sink is thrown at the screen with the kick-ass song, and boom, roll credits. But I said, they didn't do that. They actually had a scene, the climax, that really fit with the theme of the movie and the story, and somehow it worked because it didn't annoy me, but at the same time I did feel kind of let down because I did want that big action scene. So it was almost like, be careful what you ask for, motherfucker, because you just might get it. When you get it, are you going to like it? Well, I didn't really like it. Then shut the fuck up, then let us do what we do. So the next time I do see a big kick-ass action sequence in a Marvel film, I'm not going to bitch about it. But yeah, it was leading up to this big action scene and it didn't happen, And in a way, I don't even know how the writers would have been able to do that anyway, because Sentry is so powerful here. There's no way that this ragtag group of fuck-ups is going to be able to take on the Sentry. When you see the movie, you know what I mean. Sentry is like, I don't want to call him overpowered. Like, he's Marvel Superman, okay? And there's no way. Like, the strongest nigga they got probably is Red Guardian and Bucky. And they can't touch this dude. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they did what they had to do. It worked to me. But I think if you're expecting like that big climax that you're always going to remember, or there's a big fight that you're going to remember, you're not going to ending. You're not going to get that. But overall, I thought it was a dope, saying, who is calling me? Overall, I'm going to say it was a dope time. I think this puts Marvel back on course. Stay for the 2 end credit scenes, especially the second end credit scene. I was like, okay, Marvel, I'm gonna let you cook. Okay, I'm starting to get excited again about Marvel, and that's a good thing because I was a bit Marvel. I missed you. All right, you were gone for a while. You left me hurt, but now you're back, and I'm happy. So yeah, what you guys think of the Thunderbolts? Oh, I gotta give it a grade. Shit, I give the Thunderbolts. I'll give it a B plus. I give it a B plus, borderline A. Now I'm gonna say B plus, man. I really enjoyed the film. I liked it a lot better than Captain America: Brave New World, and I'm looking forward to where the MCU goes from here. Like I finally feel like this is grounded now. Not all that multiverse shit. We're done with the multiverse stuff. Let's get back to Marvel. Let's get back to the bare bones, man. Let's get back to the basics, man. That's kind of what they gave us here. Shout out to Florence Pugh, man. Even dirty, boy, I would still drink her bathwater. That's it, and that's all. Comment freely below if you like and dig this content. Like and subscribe, notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.